Hi, and welcome to the Rave TV. I'm Linda Kay here with the Deer Hunter. Welcome to the Rave, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, can you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Casey Crescenzo.
I'm Nick Crescenzo.
I'm Andy Wildrick.
I'm Eric Serna.
I'm Nate Patterson.
And I'm Josh Rowe.
All right, now I just want to figure out who's the one who asked if this place was haunted?
I did.
All
That's
right.
me, yeah.
Did you guys get to walk throughout the Rave yet?
No, yeah. I went into that room that was next to the one that the rave that the rave that we're playing, and it looked kind of freaky. That's why I was wondering. Yeah.
We've heard stories as well.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I want to see some ghosts.
I've seen
I
the
do.
pool before. I actually, the last time I was here, like 8 months ago, it was being pressure washed, and there was some grime going on. There's a pool like somewhere over here that I heard has some haunted stories behind it.
There's also a boiler room.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Upstairs, right?
Down the boiler room.
Oh, like I said.
Well, we'll make sure you guys get a tour of the building, so that way when you come back, you can give us a good story.
Sounds good. Sure.
Yes.
All right, so Casey, when you first started working on the music for the Deer Hunter, writing and recording the music, what was your initial vision for the overall project?
Originally it was just really honest music and somewhat grandiose and involved. I guess just more involved than most records and bands, and doing something that in being involved just takes a lot more time and effort. So that's why we wanted to do like 6 records, something that would really take applying ourselves. And
Can you explain the meaning of the Deer Hunter?
of the name?
Yeah.
It's a name I came up with when I was in high school, and like having a name that was a play on words was really cool. And it wasn't a cool name or anything, but I just kept it with me for a long time. And then once I started doing this, I used that name and it kind of developed its own meaning, which is kind of that search for something. I don't want to necessarily say love, but meaning, and that longing for some sort of meaning. The deer hunter, kind of hunting for something. I don't know what the word is. Anyone have that word? Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Hunting for something dear.
All right, when working on the first album, so from what I understand, you guys wanted to connect all the albums together in a sort of way. Can you explain the overall story to that?
Is that going to go to me again?
Anybody?
Okay. No, it's basically just somebody's life, this fictional character's life from beginning to end, and Act 1 is his birth and his childhood, and it like examines his family, and Act 2 is his adolescence and love and loss and things like that, and Act 3 is him, I guess, in his mid-late 20s in the setting of war and what happens with somebody in that setting, for better or worse.
And your current album, Act 3, Life and Death, just has a lot of great sounds, a lot of strong lyrics. Did you guys do the songwriting together? And if so, what were some of the inspirations for the songs?
Some of the songwriting was done together, but not all of it was. But when we were in a room together and playing together, a lot of our influences were a little bit more from the 70s era or the 60s, as opposed to anything more modern. Sort of tried to pull influence from bands like Pink Floyd and the Beach Boys and the Beatles, of course, the classic, the best bands there ever was. That's what we use as our influence.
How do you think your sound has evolved from Act 1, Act 2, now Act 3?
I wasn't there for Act 1, so I decline.
I think it's just the natural progression of being that Act 1 started with just me, and even though my brother played on it, it was still just kind of like me in a room with a computer, which is why I think it's like I feel like that record has the most faults, because it's just me without any real quality control from a group. And then Act 2 is a little bit more of a progression because there were more people involved, but still, for better or worse, I think I was given a lot more leeway on my own, and people wouldn't necessarily speak up when they had opinions. And now during Act 3, it was such a collective effort, and even though I still had a very strong vision, everybody was much more willing to participate. So it's just the dynamic of the music and the depth of the music. Having more than one person kind of running the show, having everybody involved gives it such a wider landscape, and everybody can lend their own emotions, their own ideas, and their own concepts to the music instead of it just coming from one mind. And when it comes from 5 or 6, it's definitely going to be better. Just the quality control alone of not convincing yourself something's just good enough and having someone there to say, push yourself further. So I think between Act 1 and Act 3 is just much more fleshed out and mature. And you always want to feel like you're maturing, but I think that Act 3 is the most mature thing we've done yet, and I hope, we continue down that path.
So you find that you use a lot of your own personal experiences
I think so.
throughout the albums.
I think everybody, for all of their instruments, not even just lyrics or anything like that, everyone pulls on their own personal experiences.
All right. Well, speaking of personal experiences, you guys seem like a lot of fun. How's the road?
Do we?
Yeah. What is it like on the road with you guys?
Backgammon.
It's just one constant argument.
Games.
We cook
Lots
a
of
lot.
backgammon.
Lots of food, laughing, playing.
We just upgraded to an RV from a bus from a van. We had a 15-passenger van, and we have an RV that Nick and my cousin pretty much gave to us to use. And so on the road lately, it's been a lot of peanut butter and banana sandwiches, and we just hooked up our Xbox, so that'll probably get used a lot. But we're pretty boring people. We don't really party
Speak
much.
for yourself.
Andy's just in the back, just shooting all kinds of things up. I caught him shooting Windex into his veins.
I seen him.
Tell her, you got blue running through.
I did it. Windex.
He just
in
says,
my vein.
He just says, I need some blue.
That's his
I
name.
was talking about you.
Me?
Yeah, you're blue.
Yeah. That's my middle name. So that's the joke. It's so that it doesn't seem
Thanks for
weird.
clarifying.
Oh, I just didn't know.
You want to shoot Casey into your veins?
You're blue. So we're really boring, really weird, and too many inside jokes to make interviews go well.
We're trying.
All right. Well, what's next for you guys? Do we have Act 4 in the works?
No.
I think we're gonna give up after Act 3.
This is our swan song.
It's our farewell show tonight. The Rave.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
In the works. We're constantly waiting for that moment where we just start to write and just start to get together and formulate ideas. And right now we're definitely in the beginning stages of touring. We have a lot of good stuff coming up, and so that's where our head's at right now. But always waiting to write for sure.
Yeah. Yes. It took too long to get to Act 3 from Act 2. It took, 2+ years. And I think that since at heart we're all, creative, a lot more so. We love playing shows, but making music is where it's at for us. So if we can get to that sooner than later, I think we'd enjoy it very much.
Awesome. So would your fans. So thank you.
I hope they do.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, for hanging out. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Very much.
All right, thank you. And thank you for watching the Rave TV. Make sure to check out the Deer Hunters' latest release, Act 3, Life and Death. Thank you for watching the Rave TV. We'll catch you next time.
Damn.